Okay, good morning and welcome, Deli Double Mishnah Yomi. Today we're learning Maaser Sheni Perek Aleph, Mishnayos Gimel and Dal. Mishnah Gimel says, "Halakech behem lazivchei shlamim ochaya b'sar taiva yatsa or lechulin afa pisha or meruba ala basar." You go to Yerushalayim, you have money of Maaser Sheni. So the Rav explains that you're supposed to, when you buy animals, meaning cattle, a sheep or a goat or a cow, right? You shouldn't just buy it for chulin. You shouldn't just go to the butcher shop and buy it. You should actually buy an animal and makrib it as a shlamim. Eat the karma shlamim. It's a gzera shava. The Gemara learns, what the Rav brings. I don't know where the Gemara is, sham. And if you have a chaya, which is a wild animal, like a deer or something like that, you don't have to buy it. It's not chayos are not brought on the mizbeach, so you can buy it. In both cases, even if the skin, the hide, it's very valuable hide, it's worth a lot, right? Even if it's a small animal, it's a lot of hide, but very little meat. The or is considered, the only thing which has kedusha Maaser Sheni is the meat. The hides are chulin, there's no kedusha Maaser Sheni, you can do whatever you want with them. Kaila yain stumos, makom shedarcha limakir stumos, that's how you have, bottles of wine that are closed, right? In a place where that's generally practiced is to sell closed bottles of wine. Yatsa kankan lechulin. If you buy that wine, you want to drink it in Yerushalayim with most Maaser Sheni, again, the bottle has no kedusha. You can go give it and redeem it for 10 cents in Detroit. Agozim askedim yatsu klipei and lechutz. Again, you buy nuts or you buy almonds, and these nuts have a shell. Pistachio nuts have a shell. The shell is chulin. Hatemet ashelo hichmis enon yokal b'kesem Maaser. Temed, we explain, is basically you're taking the peels of skin of grapes, you're putting water in them. So if you put enough water, you put 3 parts of water, and now you end up with another part, a 4th part of wine. So if you buy this before the actual wine comes out in the mixture, you can't buy the kesem Maaser. You have to buy ochel. This is not considered ochel. Water is not ochel. We'll see. Water is not considered ochel that you can fit to use Maaser Sheni money for. Once it became actual wine, it has a 4th part wine. Milka because of Maaser, then it's considered wine. You could buy it with most Maaser Sheni. The opposite. You made a purchase. You bought a deer and you wanted to bring it as a korban. Also, if you took a regular animal, a cow, and you bought it not as a korban, or lechulin, in that case, the sale is valid. But again, the sale, you're not going to bring the deer as a zivchei shlamim. But the fact is, since you brought it for the wrong thing, so therefore, Chamur gozer over here that since you didn't do it in the right way, you're supposed to bring a cow as a shlamim, and a chaya is basar taiva. You did it the wrong way, so the Chum sort of penalized you and said that we're also reckoning in the skins, and they also have kedushas Maaser Sheni the skins. Let's say even if you have closed bottles of wine, but the store you're buying from, they sell open bottles of wine. In that case, we assume that the seller values the bottle also, right? It's not part of the wine. Usually, when you sell it closed, right, you're selling it a higher end product. You want it to be closed, not open wine. So it's a higher end product. So the main part is the wine, and the bottle is just auxiliary to the wine, servicing it. It's not part of the purchase. However, when you're selling open bottles or open barrels of wine, so the barrel is important also. Those casks, those sherry oak casks are important. Again, if you're buying open baskets of olives and grapes, there also the baskets are not there to accentuate the olives or grapes. It's just, you're selling grapes individually. They're just there to hold them. So therefore, your Demei Maaser Sheni, it's of equal value, the baskets and the grapes. And therefore, there is kedushas Maaser Sheni on the baskets also. That'll be the conclusion of today's shir. Stay tuned for Ian Mitzion. We'll explain the basis of this halacha that we've been discussing in the previous 2 Mishnayos. Hope you enjoy today's share. See you on Ian Mitzion coming up next.